My nephew repeated a cruel family insult at Thanksgiving, so by Christmas, I legally and financially stripped every adult at that table of the assets they took from me. Here's how I used their own greed to make them beg for mercy. During Thanksgiving dinner, my nephew looked at me and said the exact words he had clearly heard his parents whisper for years: "You are just a broke loser living on charity." The entire table went silent. My sister smirked, my brother looked away, and my stepmother casually took a sip of her wine. That moment cleared away years of guilt. For a decade, my siblings and my stepmother had treated me like a second-class citizen while secretly surviving on the trust fund my late father had left entirely in my control. Because I wanted peace, I had always let them manage the properties and business shares, giving them a massive monthly income while I lived a simple, quiet life. They mistook my modesty for poverty and my kindness for weakness. The very next morning, I called my lawyer. I revoked the power of attorney I had foolishly granted to my brother years ago. I then initiated a full forensic audit of the family retail business that my sister managed. By mid-December, the results came back exactly as I expected. My brother had been using trust funds to finance his failing real estate ventures, and my sister had embezzled over $100,000 from the family business to fund her lavish lifestyle. My stepmother, meanwhile, was living completely rent-free in a luxury estate legally owned by my private holding company. Instead of calling them, I let my attorney do the talking, through formal legal notices delivered 1 week before Christmas. My brother received a demand for immediate repayment of the unauthorized loans, which triggered a freeze on his commercial bank accounts. My sister was served with a choice between a formal criminal complaint for embezzlement or immediate resignation and forfeiture of her company shares. My stepmother received an official 30-day eviction notice from her home. On Christmas Eve, my phone rang nonstop, but I ignored every call. On Christmas morning, I sat by my fireplace enjoying a quiet coffee when a car pulled up. My brother, my sister, and my stepmother all walked up to my porch. The holiday arrogance they wore at Thanksgiving was entirely gone. My sister was crying, openly panicking about her criminal record. My brother was pale, explaining that he would face total bankruptcy by January if I did not lift the account freeze. My stepmother, who had spent 10 years treating me like an outcast, actually dropped to her knees to beg me not to evict her. I looked past them to my nephew, who was standing by the car looking terrified. I told the adults that my charity was officially over, and they would sign over every remaining piece of family property to me by midnight, or the police reports would be filed. They signed the paperwork right there on my coffee table, completely broken and entirely at my mercy. Subscribe for more.